There's an old saying, how you're born isn't your fault, but how you die is your fault. Now, the only problem is a lot of people hold on to traumatic experiences. They use those experiences as like excuses as to why they're not where they need to be in life, or they use it as barriers to conjure up why something is just not possible for them. But after a certain point in time, there really is no excuses. So how you die really is your fault. Because as we get older, as we get more wiser, we know right from wrong. You know what I mean? Not saying everybody's going to be a genius, and there's a lot of things that people are going to be ignorant to that's you could dive deep into. But for the most part, we know the simple necessities of living. You know what I mean? There's no excuse. We know the right things to do every day, the right habits to implement. We know the wrong things to do and the wrong habits to implement. You know what I mean? And especially we live in a time to where we have the internet one, but none of us are the first person to ever be born. None of us are the first person to ever make mistakes. So just like how there's nothing new under the sun that hasn't been created yet, the same thing works vice versa. There's nothing new under the sun somebody hasn't done to show you like the bad repercussions of that action. So for an example, I don't have to join a gang to know that 95% of the chance I'm going to end up either dead or in jail. But a lot of people out here for a certain circumstance like that, and some may argue about like family and not having people around, but like I said, a lot of people played that card for you so you don't have to do it. And if you think you're exceptions to the rule that much to gamble with your life like that, that's on you. But the odds and the probability says that you shouldn't do it, and it's wrong because most likely you're going to lead down a certain path. And we do the same thing with our past. We hold on to things too long, and we try to use that as an excuse. We try to use that as an excuse as to why we're not where we need to be and why we can't do something. And what we're really doing is just we're thinking that we're poisoning the past or people who hurt us or family members who put us into certain environments that we didn't actually be brought into. But what we're really doing is poisoning ourselves. We think we're hurting them by blaming them, but we're really hurting ourselves because what we're doing is stunting our growth. We can never grow if we keep playing the blame game. We can never grow if we don't take life into our own hands. So that's one thing that will always hold you back. Just keep harboring on the past, keep blaming everybody else for things that happened to you. Because I dropped a video not too long ago saying, like, you're not special just because you're born, and saying you utilizing that to say how you got to show the world you're special and how you have to separate yourself by going after your goals and things of that nature. But life is a double-edged sword, so the thing works vice versa also. You're not special as to where like the world is picking on you. God isn't just picking on you. And when I talk to y'all, I'm talking to myself as well, because I've been times to where I felt sorry for myself, and I'm thinking, wow, dang, why so and so couldn't do more, so I wouldn't be in this position trying to pick up and cover ground that they didn't do. But that's just how the cards were dealt. Maybe that was brought to me in a situation because I could handle it. One, maybe I was the one chosen to make things different and see like, okay, this isn't right. Let me be the one to implement something good into the family, whatever the case may be. But like I was saying, too many people harbor on the past, and we're not special to whereas the world is just picking on us. You know what I mean? The world's not just picking on you. God is just not picking on you. Everybody have their own set of problems that they're dealing with. You know what I mean? Only a few is going to be vulnerable enough to share them with the world, but most people want to, you know what I mean, show a good life, want to show their highlights, and don't want people to see them under duress. But everybody is going through something all the time, and the problems that you're going through are there to build you and create you, because us as humans, we love comfortability. So if God didn't, or the universe, whatever you believe in, all the same thing, if that entity or if God didn't put certain things into our path to make us grow, we wouldn't want to grow, because we would want to stay in the same stagnant comfortable place that we're used to. We have to grow. You have to be uncomfortable to see any type of progression. That's just rules to life. You know what I mean? Like I said, it was once upon a time where walking was uncomfortable. Now it's second nature. Driving to some people was uncomfortable. Now that's second nature. So you have to go through uncomfortable times to come out stronger. So that's what the past did to you. So instead of harboring over it, over something that you can't change, something that's etched and stoned already, and actually is gone. It doesn't even exist anymore because you only have the present moment. You only have the right now. Instead of harboring over it, use those experiences to propel you forward and to decide what you do and do not want for your future self. You know what I mean? Because that's all you have is a present moment. And the present moment shapes your future. The past is history. So all you can do is learn from it and know what not to do. So the things that happened to you that you couldn't control, the things that you did control, that you wish you could take back and that you're feeling sorry for yourself and soaking in your sorrows about, just learn from the experiences so it doesn't happen again. And if it doesn't happen again, you have to worry about thinking about it again. But your life can change that fast. But if you keep yourself in a place to where that doesn't exist no more, you're doing yourself a disservice right now. And if you're doing yourself a disservice right now, that automatically means that your future is shaping up to be the same as your past. You know what I mean? Just miserable and you complaining and playing the blame game, thinking that you're special, that the world's only picking on you, which is not true. So just understand that the past really means nothing. And if you're gonna think about it at all, use it in a positive way to propel you forward to learn from. You know what I mean? Use it as an experience that you do or do not want to go through again, depending on if it was bad or good, whatever the case may be. But the past in general, whether it's bad or good, is history. So all you can do is learn from it. You know what I mean? There's no point in thinking about it. All you can do is put yourself back in the present moment. You know what I mean? Align yourself with the God and watch your future shape as you create it.